Attention all 90s fans, all fans of Nickelodeon. We have a big announcement to make. I am one of the big people on Nickelodeon, and I want to tell you something. We know you want your 90s shows back. The Doug, the Hey Arnold, the Rugrats, all great shows. Well, we have an announcement to make. We're bringing them back. We're putting them back on TV. Yes, calm down. We know you're happy. Now, you probably want to know, when is it? When are we going to put them on? When is it? Where? Well, we're here to tell you. It's going to be from 10:30 to 6 o'clock Eastern Time. A little late, but we think we can manage it. And the best part is where it's going to be. Well, we are going to put it on TeenNick as a replacement for the 90s of all that. What do you guys think of that? Your smiles are dropping. Aren't you guys happy? You? No? No? What about you? No? What about you, sir? You're not happy too? Oh. Darn it. Well, what else are we supposed to do? I mean, it's not like we could just put it on Nickelodeon like you should have freaking done. I mean, Jesus. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, Nickelodeon announced this thing called the Splat. People got just really excited for it. We were just like, oh yes. Finally, they're putting it back on. We were hyped, but the thing is, we didn't really know much about it because they didn't really say anything. I mean, once in a while, all they would really freaking do is just put a picture of something on their Facebook or Twitter. Like, it would usually be a picture of a toy and just them doing something with it right by the Splat logo. But we didn't care. We were happy. But the thing is we didn't know what it was. And there were a few things circling about what it was. The biggest thing was that it was going to be its own channel. Just pretty much a channel dedicated to pretty much all the 90s shows, a few late 80s shows, and a few of the 2000s shows like Drake and Jaws, Avatar, SpongeBob. You know, that's kind of a 90s show, but still. So, but I was kinda on that. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, yeah. But the only problem I thought with that was that not everyone would get it because, like TeenNick, I think it would probably be an extra paid channel, so not everyone would get it, so I was just on it, kind of on the middle. The other one was that it was going to be on Nickelodeon, the real channel. That was the one I wanted because Nickelodeon says they want to show all these shows to a younger generation. Good job. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I mean, I like to watch old shows before I was born from the 50s or 40s. So that's a good job. But the problem with that was the rumored time was going to be that it was going to be from 10:30 to 6 a.m. What? How does that make any sense? You wanted to show it to younger people at a time when they're gonna be asleep? I mean, even people who grew up with these shows may have to be asleep because they have to go to college the next morning or work. So how does that even work out? I couldn't get that because I thought that the best time could have been maybe from 12 p.m. to 6 or something, maybe on a weekend, and then on a weekday, 3 o'clock to 8, something like that, because they're just beginning home from school, want to watch something. I mean, I did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, coming back from first grade, I would always get in front of the TV and watch Cat Dog. Not my favorite cartoon anymore, but still awesome. But that's not the case of what they're doing, and I don't understand that because it could get them a lot more views. I mean, because I think that would be the better idea if they aired the old shows around that time. Then they could they would do much better in the revivals they may do, because let's say they were going to revive Hey Arnold. They put the show on just for nostalgic sakes and to show the old fan or the new people it. Then maybe it gets really popular, so they renew it for 2 more seasons just to get the old fans and new fans hyped up for the movie. Then the movie comes and it ends everything the way it should have. That's the way I think it should have gone, not the way it is going. And that's what leads to the third thing it was rumored to be, which is that it was going to be on TeenNick as a replacement for the 90s Are All That. Okay, so the 90s Are All That came back in 2011, and people were pretty hyped for that. Now, unlike the Splat, it wasn't as hyped. I mean, it was hyped, but not as much as this. So we thought it was going to be on the regular Nick too, but it turned out being on TeenNick, which was kind of the bad thing because not everybody has TeenNick. I didn't for the first year, so I didn't get to see what it was like during the first year it was around. I was like, "Ah, you're kidding!" And it wasn't until about a year later when we got an expansion on our cable box that I finally got it. So I was excited and it was okay. It was just okay. The main problem was that they pretty much just showed the exact same shows. It was pretty much just usually, I think, Rugrats, Doug, Kenan and Kel, and all that for about the first 2 years or 3 years. And sometimes they would switch it around. They would probably show Doug instead of Hey Arnold, or maybe Cat Dog. And I think they still do that, but it's pretty much the same shows, the same bumpers, ever since it started. It's never changed. I mean, it's the same time, the same stuff. It's just, it wore out a long time ago, and now it's boring. So I guess I kind of see why they kind of want to rebrand it, because that's what it pretty much is, just them rebranding the 90s Are All That, but all they're really doing is adding a few hours to it, and then adding a few more shows. That is pretty much all they're doing. And I think they're also supposedly going to show commercials during it, this old Nickelodeon commercials that aired years ago. I'm not sure if they're going to do anything like show regular commercials like sock and boppers or that Sears air conditioning commercial. I mean, that would actually be pretty cool, but I mean, I think they would probably actually have to talk to the companies to do that stuff and spend money, and I don't think they want to do that, but that would be one cool thing that would come out of this. So, one of the main things that people are just really mad at right now is how hyped this was and how much it came to be a disappointment. Because we were excited about this. We were just, oh wow, this is going to be great. We can't wait for this. Oh, it's going to be cool. And it just turned out to be something we've had for the last few years. And, down here, sorry. So, and the last thing that it's pretty much going to be is that they will have an online thing where they're going to put the episodes on and stuff for people who don't have TeenNick, but will that really give it the ratings it needs on the TV? I mean, it will be cool to maybe to communicate with people on there, but it just won't be the same. It won't have that same nostalgic factor as you watch it when you're on TV. So, wow, just I'm still kind of hoping that maybe this will become popular enough and Nick will actually put it on the real network. Or maybe they're just they're still planning to do that, but later on. Or maybe they're actually started off with maybe putting holiday shows on, just like maybe put Are You Afraid of the Dark around Halloween or some of their other Halloween themed episodes for other shows. So that I kind of hope for, but I have little doubts now. But this is just not good for me because this was their best way to revive their shows. And for how much they've been hyping up things lately, because they had that Zoe 101 10-year thing about the time capsule where Chase wanted to know but he couldn't, so 10 years have finally passed and Michael came running and he was like, "Oh, no, the CD! Watch it! And it ended on To Be Continued. I'm not sure they're going to do another one, but that would be pretty cool. And they also did a Keenan and Kel sketch on one of those late night shows, I think, Ballin' or whatever his name is. But that was pretty funny, because it was just pretty much just like the original stuff. So, and the best part was that they actually got Keenan to come back. The two haven't talked in years, so that was great to see. And they shared both of these things on their Facebook. You think that they're trying to get everybody excited for this, but it's really just a tiny little expansion of the 90s, all that. And now just all that hype over nothing. So that's really all I had to say about this. Maybe they will air it on Nickelodeon at one point just to get people more excited, but as of right now, my hopes for this have just gone downhill. I really hate the people who run Nickelodeon because they just don't know how to run some of these things. I don't know, but I'll still watch it and all. I mean, I think that they are going to put a bunch of shows that they barely ever showed on the 90s, all that, so I will still watch it just to give it the ratings and help them and all that and all those, and for the revived shows as well. So anyway, that's all I have to say about this. So thanks for watching and take care.